Greetings, my wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom worldwide, and my fellow Biafrans all over the world. So my people, today na the day where Nnamdi Kanu appear for court. Now my people, a lot of things happen for court today, and I go leave una make una watch this video. Make una watch am to the end, so una go hear everything we share for court, my people.
Admitted into evidence and played in open court a video recording allegedly showing Nnamdi Kanu, that's the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, issuing directives to his supporters, which the prosecution claims incited acts of terrorism across the southeast. Now, in the recording, Mr. Kanu allegedly said it is important to protect the lives of ipob in the southeast. The day's proceeding commenced with the prosecution's second witness, who gave his evidence in chief before the presiding judge, Justice James Omotosho. The witness assumed the alias BBB to protect his identity and is a serving DSS officer with at least 20 years service with the agency. A counsel for the prosecution sought to tender before the court a flash drive containing what he described as one of Mr. Kanu's broadcasts and a certificate of compliance, along with the statement written by the accused sometime in 2021. Mr. Kanu objected to the certificate of compliance of the audio and video recording and told the court that he will give reasons as to why he's objecting at a later date. The court now has before it the recording device, a certificate of compliance, even as the defense objected to the admission as the video was played in open court. Mr. Kanu was addressing his followers and was audible when he said, quote, his reference to his proposed identity as the blessed land of Biafra. Now, he also announced the formation of the Eastern Security Network, where he urged followers to defend their land against what he referred to as domination by another tribe. In the meantime, the Nigeria Police Force has arrested two high-profile fugitives.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Still Tuesday, the 6th day of May 2025. Now, a lot of people have asked me what transpired in the court today. I told them that the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu, they are not, speaking the details of what is going on in the court. However, the first time I made a video about the issue of Kanu's in-law that Justice James Omotosho sent out of the court and barred her not to attend the next 3 sittings because she was live streaming in the court. So that is a part. It might interest you to know that for the second time, the federal government and their team, that is the prosecutors, they suffered the second setback since this case started some days ago. Now, in this video, stay with me. Let's follow it step by step to understand what really transpired in the court today. Chinese Television and African Independent Television, that is AIT, they are the two main sources where we are getting the authentic information of what transpired in the court today. Before, maybe we put calls or we even see it on their Facebook pages or other social media where they are granting interview. I'm talking about the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu, but they are no longer doing it. So we are relying on the information according to Chinese Television and Africa Independent Television. So stay with me in this video. Let us analyze what happened today. And as you can see, in the title, Nnamdi Kanu's trial, prosecution suffers setback in presentation of evidence. This is not the first time. You remember about masked witnesses that came to court to goofed when they told the court that Nnamdi Kanu, they did not find anything incriminating or terrorizing against him, and they charged him from treason to terrorism. It doesn't make sense. So another setback has occurred today against them. But what really transpired? Now, let's get it started. Now, this article is from AIT. So I will be correcting so many words, okay, that I don't like to use in my own term, okay? I will be correcting them. But you will understand everything that transpired today. Now, it started that the Federal High Court judge trying the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, ipob, Nnamdi Kanu, of terrorism charges has directed the federal government to ensure all relevant documents and materials intended for trial are duly served on the defense team before being presented in court. The decision followed the confusion over legal representation and tendering of documents in the courtroom when the case resumed on Tuesday, that is today. Justice James Omotosho equally barred Kanu's sister, Favour Kanu, for 3 sittings for recording court proceedings in violation of the directives. I have explained that before, okay? When hearing resumed on Tuesday, the trial judge called the attention of the defense team to a letter received from one Chasude, claiming to be Kanu's lawyer. But the lead defense counsel, Chief Kanu Agabi, disassociated the team from Ude's claim, with Kanu affirming that Agabi remains his official legal representative. The court also addressed a past infraction involving Favour Kanu, a relative of the defendant, who had allegedly recorded court proceedings of violation of directives and posted the content online. Okay, that is apart. Nnamdi Kanu, however, personally appealed for leniency on her behalf. Favour, when called upon, claimed ignorance of the court still being in session and stated that she had stopped recording immediately after the morning. The trial judge, in consideration of the compliance of infraction, barred her from attending the next 3 sittings. Now, this is where the main deal started. Okay, let's pay attention. Tuesday's proceedings continued with the cross-examination of the first prosecution witness, with pseudo name identified as AAA, who admitted to being unaware that several terrorism charges against Nnamdi Kanu had been struck out by the court, and also lacked knowledge of the current status of many of the original 15 count charges. Someone that claimed that he is there for witness to testify against Nnamdi Kanu, he don't know that the court has struck out many charges against Nnamdi Kanu before, and he don't even know the 15 count charges leveled against Nnamdi Kanu, but he is there to testify against him. All right, it continues. When re-examined by the lead prosecutor, Chief Adegboyaga Awomono, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the witness stated that Kanu's activities amounted to agitation for the secession parts of Nigeria. The second prosecution witness was identified as BBB, who testified that he was assigned by the Attorney General of the Federation to investigate Kanu. He described the defendant as the operator of Radio Biafra and the founder of the Eastern Security Network. However, attempt by the prosecution to tender a letter authorizing the witness invitation met stiff resistance from Agabi, who objected on the grounds that the document was not front-loaded, which prompted the prosecution to withdraw the documents. The defendant also expressed disagreement over admissibility of video evidence presented by the prosecution, which Kanu himself opposed. The court ordered therefore that all documents and material intended for trial must be served in advance and listed properly, stressing that no document would be admitted unless previously disclosed to the defense. The trial judge, Justice James Omotosho, then adjourned to May 7 for the continuation of the trial, specifically for the examination in chief of the second prosecution witness, BBB. Now, the testimonies, the evidence, everything they brought against Kanu today was not admissible. Why? Because I don't know what they are hiding, whether they are hiding their shame, I don't know. Now, the normal way it is being done, they're supposed to serve it to Agabi first. Then Agabi will now use it to prepare for the defense. So they came to court and presented it to Omotosho. Now, the issue here is that we know that the federal government's team, I'm talking about people who are prosecuting Nnamdi Kanu, they are trying their best so that the government or anybody sending them will not say, oh, these people did not do anything. Okay? That is what I believe, in my own opinion. Because they themselves know that what Nnamdi Kanu is suffering today has nothing to do with the charges leveled against him. What is the charges? That he's operating Radio Biafra? Now, they said he formed Eastern Security Network. Then, the Eastern Security Network they are talking about that he formed, do they commit any crime? Do they do this? Do they do that? Maybe that is what the man wanted to say, that Eastern Security Network was doing this, was doing that. But remember that in the previous cross-examination, Agabi asked him, do you see anybody facing terrorism charge within Nnamdi Kanu? He said no. So if there is nobody facing terrorism charges within Nnamdi Kanu, how would you say that Nnamdi Kanu made other people to commit crime when there is no one facing criminal charges. So, Agabi has made, this trial to be understandable. We now even understand the nature of the case. Before, we don't even know what the federal government was charging Nnamdi Kanu for. Once you hear about Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of people will think that this man has killed a lot of people. If you hear about Nnamdi Kanu, you will think that this man has condemned many souls. Only for them to come to court, they started talking about Radio Biafra, broadcasting equipment, watch, phone, haba. So, tomorrow, according to Justice James Omotosho, is still going to be the cross-examination of the witness BBB. And I am happy that, there is a deadlock. They are meeting deadlocks. This is not the first time. This is the second time. But what do I know? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. So it is the Justice James Omotosho that is going to, conclude everything. Everything people are saying now, everything people are doing, is just one pronunciation from judge. He will say what he wants to say. So we are still waiting, but it's important we understand the way things are going. It is important we understand everything that is happening so that we know that, yes, we are being carried along. Because Nnamdi Kanu's issue is not a family issue. It's a general public issue. Nnamdi Kanu is not just an individual person that belongs to his family. He belongs to the people. He belongs to the general public. And as well, we will continue to protect his interests. He did not do anything wrong. His ideologies is never wrong. And today, as I speak to you, many Nigerians are buying his idea. They are saying, this man said this before, this man said this before. What did Nnamdi Kanu say and what did he want? He said that the killing of his people must not continue. That is the reason of setting up a vigilante group called ESN. And today, the DSS is still saying the same thing, that everybody should protect themselves, everybody should arm themselves. Every community should protect themselves. Fight for yourself. The same thing the Army General is saying. So what is the difference between Nnamdi Kanu's position and these people's position? I know that tomorrow, I trust Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Agabi. I trust him very well. He will still put a question like, okay, the DSS person that came, maybe he will say, Nnamdi Kanu from ESN. Then there will be a question that will put forth to him. Are you aware of the killings in various parts of the country? Are you aware of the killings going on? He will say yes. Are you aware of the DSS directive that every community will protect themselves? Are you aware that self-defense is not a crime? Yes. Then at the end, okay, what is the issue with ESM? Maybe you say ESM are committing any crime. Okay, how many of them are facing trial? And how do you know that those people are connected to Nnamdi Kanu? Can you bring them here to testify that they are being connected with Nnamdi Kanu? Look at what I'm saying. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge. I'm just saying what I'm thinking. That is my opinion, okay? If I were to be the one that would question him. Anyway, it is what it is. Thanks for having time to watch this video. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to it and share it. That's the only way you will support me. Kindly subscribe and share. And don't forget to always.
So my wonderful people, now the latest updates be this. I go like know what una think for the comment section. Thank una say una watch this video. Like, subscribe, share, and I go see una for my next video. Bye for now.